Welcome to the Playbook Pack podcast. I'm your host. I'm one of your hosts, Trey. This is my friend, my brother, Jaden. Nick right now is not doing good. Hope he feels better. Out there, the weather changing and everybody gets sick a lot. So thank God we got sick yet. Because I have a trip coming up. And we're gonna start enjoying. Nick right now is not doing good. Hope he feels better. That's out there. It's like the weather changing and people are getting sick a lot. So thank God we got sick yet because I have a trip coming up and I'm looking for that. But anyways, we're gonna get right into it. What sports happened this past weekend? This past week overall, I had some NBA coming up, playoffs coming up, March Madness coming up. WWE happened this past weekend. That was crazy. You also have golf coming up too, and the big things going on. So I'm gonna get right into it, Jaden. So on when it loads, um, on Saturday night, no Friday night, my bad. The Cavs beat the Boston Celtics 123-116. I don't know if you watched this game or not or watched it, but I watched it. The Celtics were beating them by 25 points, and then they came back. So my question to you is: are the Cavs legit contenders in the Eastern Conference, and can they beat those? Can they beat the Celtics?
Um, I think so. I mean, the Cavs have a 49-10 record for the season. Um, I think that's insane. I mean, they came out hot at the beginning of this season,
Yeah,
and they were just blowing through everybody that came at them. Um, the Celtics too, though. I mean, I think that they've had a pretty decent season as well. They're 42-18 right now, so. Um, I mean, they both have had are having really good seasons right now. I think that right now, I think it's between the Cavs and the Celtics.
yeah,
I I think that I think it could go either way. Honestly, I think that the Cavs have a good chance at going against them, especially this year. Um, you asked me this question last year, I would have gave you a different answer. But
yeah.
I think the Cavs this year. I mean, they have just all together have just been just just blowing through every single team that they come through. So I think they have a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. At first, beginning of the season, I didn't think they were that legit to the Celtics, and watching this game Saturday night was like, man, they actually can beat the Celtics overall.
Yeah.
Donovan has had a great year so far, and they actually look like we're ready to take on the challenge.
Right.
Even though last year in the playoffs they gave him a good run at it until Mitchell got hurt, and then the Celtics just took over the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem with the Celtics is this: they lead the league in threes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, Jason Tatum overall had 19 from 37 from the field, and there's look at this. He's 4-12 in that game in threes. Like they need to calm down in threes a lot more.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna say it again, and I love Golden State Warriors. The dynasty was to me a little bit fluky because of the way they got with KD to want to go join the bandwagon with Curry. But I blame the Golden State Warriors for that, and because of that reason, everybody thinks they can do that now.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they can do it, and it's like a what's the word for it? A copycat league. So I agree with you a lot. Celtics are really looking shaky. They're 18-11. They're 18-11 at home, Jaden, this regular season. Last
Yeah.
year, last year they lost. They were undefeated at home. They didn't lose at home at all. Now they're 18-11 at home. That's not good. That's not
Mm-hmm.
good at all. Especially in the postseason coming up really fast. So, but yeah,
Yeah. I agree. I mean, they. Um. I mean, the Celtics are just like you said. They're just shooting threes, just to shoot threes.
yeah, and the
Um.
ice and the ISO ball so much, man.
Yeah.
No really structure in offensive game, no offensive scheme, no. At least put a little bit of the triangle or off ball movements, but no, they don't do that. So
Hmm.
on them.
Yeah, they need to play a little more team ball.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Next game we had this past weekend, um, the Golden State Warriors versus the Sixers, and they lost 126 and 119. Um, so Jaden, are the Warriors a fraud because they lost to a team without Embiid and Paul George combined?
Yeah, I mean, we talked pretty heavily on the Warriors last week, and so I won't really get into it again. But um, we watched the Warriors blow out a bad team last week,
Yep.
and then they play a bad team, and then they get blown out. So I don't know. They need to figure it out because playing like this is just gonna hurt them. I mean, either they figure out how to play basketball, um, or I don't know. The Warriors just I don't know what else to say other than they've just been playing bad all season long. I mean, yes, they've had decent games, but you can't look at the game last week and um, tell me they weren't playing, you know, close to equal competition wise. You know how I just think that the way that the Warriors been playing all season, everybody gives them too much hype, and nobody's getting onto them enough, you know, for them losing and playing that the way they are. But yeah, I
Yeah, I agree with you. Um, you know, last year, not last last week. I mean, you made a good point. It'd be a bad Mavs team, but
mhm.
yet they don't give LeBron and Luka any credit at all. And
No,
they're second in the West now. But this team is 10th in the Western Conference, by the way, 10th.
yeah,
And top of that, Jimmy Butler didn't play at all.
hmm,
And yeah, back spasms, but I get that. But you know what? I don't care. If you're on the floor, you're on the floor. Play your heart out. Jimmy
yeah,
Butler, Jimmy Butler's not the leader of that team. It's not supposed to be Steph Curry, not Jimmy
hmm,
Butler, not Draymond Green. It's Steph Curry. So Curry, put this blame on you because you didn't get your team ready, and y'all kind of relied too much on Butler. Overall, y'all had 28% from three that game, which is terrible. That's mediocre, man. I mean, but yeah, y'all don't want to give LeBron and Luka credit, but y'all want to hype this team up. Out there in the media, you know what I'm talking about. Stephen A. Brian Windhorst gave the same backlash to Golden State like you do with the Lakers. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that again. So, this game right here, last night, Sunday, Thunder beat the Spurs 146 and 132. Um, Jalen Williams had a career high with 41 points that game last night. Shea, of course, 31 points per game, 31 games that points that last night as well. Jaden, are the OKC Thunder really contenders? Can they win the West or no?
um, you know, I think as of right now, I think they have a good shot.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they've been playing good. Um, I've I honestly I had a I didn't at the beginning of the season I had a feeling that they weren't going to play good.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely proved me wrong. Um, I mean they're 49-11 right now for their season,
Yeah.
and they're uh they're first in their division right now. I mean they're on top. They're they're playing very well. Uh, I think they really have a good shot at being contenders.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if you saw the game too, but there was a big fight that happened in the middle of the
Yeah, I
game.
did see that. That was
That
insane,
was
bro.
wild. Five people got ejected that game for obvious reasons. But thank you for the OKC beating the Spurs because we're now second in the West. Grizzlies dropped to the second to the third in the West. So I do think they're legit contenders. I think right now SGA is top two MVP voting. You can probably see him have MVP in a minute, Jaden. But yeah, I think they're legit contenders in the Western Conference. The Western Conference is wide open. They have the Lakers right there, Nuggets, and you have the Grizzlies when they're healthy. The Rockets is wide open.
It
Even in
is.
the East too. Now it's open a lot more than it was last week. But next game. So Lakers um last night beat the Clippers 108 to 102. Kawhi actually played this game, 33 points. So I mean, let's see how long he plays for because you never know with Kawhi.
Yeah.
LeBron and Lucas still are the Lakers are on a 16-9 road streak of winning. Last time it happened was Phil Jackson coaching the team, and they won a chip that year. That was 2010. So Jaden, can the Lakers beat any team in the Western Conference overall in the NBA?
Um, I think as of right now, I'm gonna go with the yes. I mean, this new Lakers look is, I mean, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I I have seen the Lakers just put up some crazy numbers, bro. And this Luca and LeBron combo, um, I mean, I don't know if you saw it last night. I mean,
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched
it,
it. Yeah,
uh, Luca would Luca would get, or it happened twice. Luca got the rebound, and LeBron was all the way down the court. You know, giving full court passes to LeBron, and just, you
yeah,
know, and just they have very good chemistry, like right off the bat.
yeah,
Like it didn't take them time. Like first couple games, yes, but you know they started to mesh together really well, and you know they just have it. They have a stacked roster right now, um, and they're playing the best that I've seen them play in a while. Um, so I think they have a really good chance at, uh, you know, making it. Who knows? Maybe making it all the way. So we'll see.
yeah. I agree with you. Lakers are for legit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I maybe it might have been just Anthony Davis overall. AD did sometimes didn't have that dog in him. I'm not trying to discredit Anthony Davis, but like watching him play and in the Lakers and watching Luka and LeBron play, maybe it was AD that didn't fit in well after that first season. They won a chip in the bubble because people were saying that if he would have stayed healthy in that year and then it didn't COVID never happened, he probably would have gotten hurt. So you know what? I it probably was his Luca. I mean AD overall.
Yeah,
Luca and LeBron together matched together. Actually, this team is legit. Right now, if it's all said and done, Lakers are winning it all. I don't care. It can be OKC, Denver, Houston, Golden State, Boston. They're winning it all this year. I don't care.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree.
and guess what? No, Jordan fans don't want to see that. They didn't want to see that at all, man. They didn't want to see Jordan doing all that stuff. They didn't want to see. They didn't want to see LeBron win at all. They don't want to see that. Top of that, um, people say it will never work, right? And people said at the beginning this happened, it will never work.
Yeah,
16
it,
and 9 in the Western Conference. LeBron's playing out of his mind at 40 years old. Luka's averaging 28 points per game, 28 points per game. And he
yeah,
looks like he's in shape. And he's defending pretty good, actually, off the ball.
yeah,
So, Lake JJ Redick, Coach of the Year candidate in my book.
yeah,
In my book, first year as a coach, he's Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
And since people said, "Oh, JJ Redick because of LeBron," think it's what though. And they give LeBron Coach of the Year as well, because he actually helped JJ Redick. That's the case.
Yeah.
So
And
Coach of
I
the
don't
Year,
know.
and you have the best team right now in the NBA.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw um they put a side by side in one of LeBron's MVP years, and LeBron's putting up better numbers than he was his MVP year.
That's wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. That guy
Yeah.
is aging backwards. He's literally aging backwards.
Yeah.
At 40 years old, nobody was doing that at 40 years old. He had people at True Fit at 40 playing basketball, not on a high level like LeBron is. LeBron's
Yeah.
40 freaking years old, playing a high level that we probably will never see ever again. So
Yeah.
everybody out there that hated on y'all, this is a slap to your face basically.
And
LeBron's
also
okay. I got y'all.
also the people who said that the Lakers' problem wasn't a coaching thing. Look what happens when they change their coach.
Yup, exactly, bro. I'm not gonna say that guy's name that in Milwaukee, but you know what? Literally, JJ Redick is right now the coach of the year candidate. It's literally and Rob Pelinka is executive of the year. I've
Yeah.
said I've said this on this podcast many times, Jaden. You've heard me say this to Nick and you as
Hmm.
well. I said Rob Pelinka should be fired. Remember I said that?
Hmm.
Well, guess what happened now? He kept his job. Him and Jeannie Buzz kept their job.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Rob, for literally helping LeBron because LeBron's 40 years old. Luka's 28, averaging 28.1 per right now in the season's average overall. I mean, man, this team is scary. So scary, man.
yeah.
So, anything else you want to add on that?
No.
All right. So you brought up a little bit earlier. LeBron is averaging the same numbers as he was in his 2013 NBA MVP. So, Jaden, should he win MVP this year, despite their second in the West right now?
I think. I mean, he is putting up MVP numbers. Um, I mean, I haven't seen LeBron play this good in a while. I mean, he's obviously played good, but I haven't seen him put up these numbers in the past couple years. But I think LeBron. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Um, the fact that he's as old as he is, putting up these numbers like he is, um, it almost just looks like he's having fun. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like he's just playing the game and just having fun and going out there and playing some basketball. And I think I think he plays really good when he does that. When he doesn't have, I think when he doesn't have to worry about worrying about what the coach is doing. When he doesn't have to worry about having to carry the weight of the team because he may be the best player on the team at that time. Um, I think him having a lot less, to worry about for himself. I
Yeah.
think I think it's given him the opportunity to really go out there and just play basketball and only play basketball and focus on playing basketball. Um, and I think that he should win MVP.
Yeah, I agree with you. So right now, LeBron's averaging 24 points per game, 8 rebounds, 8.6 assists, 51% from the field, from the three, 40%, basically. Um, his MVP numbers back then in 2013 was the last one who won MVP. In my opinion, he
Hmm.
should have won more than that. Should have won more after that. But you know what? I'm not gonna go there. So in 2013, LeBron was averaging 26 points per game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and then he was averaging 56% from the field, from three, um, 40% from three as well that season. Um, Here's the deal: LeBron James should win MVP by a mile. Yes, SGA is great. Jokic is great too. Giannis is playing incredibly well too. So is Ant Man. But here's the deal: LeBron James is 40 freaking years old, averaging even not even better numbers than he was in 2013.
Yeah.
So,
And
and LeBron, and top of that, NBA.com has him top three right now in the MVP ladder. Literally, as a 40-year-old person, he's the only 40-year-old, the only 40-year-old ever to ever win the MVP. It should happen. It really should happen. Get rid of the. I know Jordan's a golden boy of the NBA, but here's the deal: give LeBron credit. Give this guy MVP. This guy's playing. This guy literally changed the whole franchise around this past season. He had to go through two different teammates with a
mhm,
whole structure of his roster in the middle of the season, with and a new coach this season as well to try to figure out. So
mhm,
yes, LeBron James should win MVP. And before you say something else, Jaden, um, I'll never forget back in the early in the season, LeBron had a LeBron had a what's the word for it? He kind of didn't play good at all.
mhm,
And guess what? Big Perk, Stephen A. Smith, Michael Wilbon, Colin Cowherd, Kornheiser said you should retire after the season.
mhm.
Guess what? He shut them all up. He shut
Yeah.
every single one of them up. He literally did. Because now LeBron's showing to you, like, you know what? Don't count me out just yet. I'm the best. I'm still that guy in the NBA. So LeBron James should win MVP by a mile. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jaden.
And we talk about this every time we come about any type of award, um, you know, an MVP, like we're talking about. You can't look at just the numbers.
Yeah.
Um, you yes, there's all these other people who are playing really good and are in the contention for MVP. But
Right.
if you don't look at just the numbers that they're putting up, if you look at LeBron, the thing that you have to look at is he's playing this well for as old as he is.
Mm-hmm.
There could be people putting up better numbers than him, but they're also younger in their prime. That's you should expect that from those people.
Yeah.
From LeBron, at the age that he is, playing as high level as he is, you have to take that into consideration because you look at any other 40-year-old, 40-plus-year-old in the NBA, they're not all playing like LeBron is.
Oh no, heck no.
So you have to take that into consideration. You can't just look at numbers that people are putting up because there's more to it than that.
Yeah. And you know what, man? Vince Carter was doing prayer to play 22 years in the NBA besides LeBron.
Yeah.
The dude was averaging 1.1 points per game that year. His last year in the NBA. There's no, ever since LeBron James, I'm not gonna count LeBron in the competition right now for 40-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And then 21st, even 20th season, or even 21st season, they average about 10 points per game, if not 5 points per game the most. 10 points per game is just a little bit more leniency towards the player.
Yeah.
But tell me one player at 20 plus year season in the NBA doing that. I mean, yeah, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, had 60 points per game in his final game, but guess how many shots he put up? He shot up 56 points, 56 shots per attempts that game.
Yeah.
He had 60 that game, his last game in the NBA. LeBron can have 60 right now if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best player in the NBA by right now. He's the best player in the NBA. I know it's a little bit biased towards him, but you know what? It's just he's right now the best player in the NBA. Jordan at 40 years old was like literally as a wizard not doing anything. He's averaging 20 points per game the max, which is
Yeah.
still pretty good, but not like LeBron. He ain't playing a high level like LeBron is.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, we love talking about LeBron on here, guys. So just trying to set the facts out for y'all because it's LeBron James. Anyways, you want to add anything else to that, Jaden?
No, we have to be the ones that don't hate on him because everybody else does.
I know here's the deal. He's the only him and Tiger Woods are the only athletes that can hate on for no reason. For no reason, man. No
Mm-hmm.
reason. Anyways, so Channing Frye, went on a podcast. He has a podcast with RJ and someone else. I know it's just him and Richard Jefferson. Um, so he went on a podcast saying the NBA is what's the word? How you say it? Nonchalantly. I forgot to say the word. Dang it.
Nostalgic?
Yeah, nostalgic. That's what it is. I don't know why. Let me break on that. Basically saying that we should appreciate the NBA right now and quit living the past with the '90s and the '80s basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Is he right about this, Jaden? Should we appreciate more athletes now than and get away from the old basketball and move on to the future?
I think you have to think about. I think there's different contexts you could take that in, because if you're looking at and you're talking about you should forget the old basketball and look at the future. If you're looking at the way that the game's played, yeah, because the game's not played the same way that it was back then.
Yeah,
So you can't gripe and bicker about the way that the NBA is now, because that's just the way the NBA is now, and you can't. It 20 years down the road, it's going to be completely different than it is right now, and
yeah,
people are going to move on from that, and they're going to focus on that. Now, if you're looking at the legacy of the NBA and the history of the NBA, I don't think you should move on from that, because that's what made the NBA what it is today.
yeah,
So I just think you really have to. It depends on the context that you're trying to bring it up in, because I do think that because there's a lot of people that still talk about that the way that the NBA used to be, and how it's not the same anymore, and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yes, it used to be different, but this is the way that it is now. And you saying that you don't like it is not going to change it the way it is. So you may as well just get on board and accept that this is the way that the NBA is now, whether you like it or not. There's nothing that you could do to change it. So I just think that in that context, yeah, we should just move on. But as far as the history and the legacy of the NBA, you can't really go and move on from that, because that's what you know turned the NBA to what it is today.
yeah. I kind of get his point. Um, a little bit more. I have 50-50 with me because I'm gonna be real with you. I hate comparing eras in basketball
Mm-hmm.
because it's unfair to those that played, and we didn't really cross play in generations. Unless you're on NBA 2K, that's
Right.
about it. But here's the deal. I think we should move on a little bit from the NBA. Like people need to get over the fact that they're not playing. You're just at the same like it was back then, And like for example, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq, especially Chuck, bashes the NBA today. So is
Yeah.
Ken- so does Kenny Jet Smith. And I'm like, dude, the basketball is just fun to watch. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will admit there should be a balance between shooting and going for mid range shots and layups. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
All Star Weekend needs to be gone completely, and there needs to be a balance of that.
Yeah.
You know? My problem is that, for example, LeBron on a post game interview last Friday, couple of weeks ago, said that about being the face of the NBA. That
Yeah.
you're gonna get hate on no matter what. When that's the facts. LeBron's been the face for the NBA for about 22 years now. Him and Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, were the face in the NBA in the 2000s, and then
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant was kind of drifted away from his prime, got hurt, and then it's been LeBron since then.
Yeah.
You get hit on no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest curse, in my opinion, and this is a lot of pressure on the NBA player, is being compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest curse in the NBA today. People say, "Oh, because people saw Jordan as this perfect guy," and
Right.
I get it. They covered him. They were in that era. I mean, in my opinion, it's a tie between the GOAT in my book. I know Chip Nick and hates me saying that, but it's the truth, because you can't compare eras at all. You just can't. It's impossible to do. Not only that, my problem too is with the old heads is this: they bring up Larry Bird. Okay, Larry Bird shot 1.5 attempts from three.
Mhm.
How can he compete in today's era in that book?
Yeah.
How? He
You
won't. He won't.
can't.
He'll probably be the top 20 best player in the NBA today. That happened.
Mhm.
He literally will be a top 20 player in the NBA today. That happened. Scottie Pippen was terrible in the pick and roll.
Yeah.
Terrible. Today's game, yeah, we run the pick and roll a lot.
Mhm.
And I think we should appreciate athletes more today than back then more. I get it. Jordan's great. Magic's great. LeBron, Kobe Bryant's great. Shaq's great. We gotta get over that mindset. All you know about back in my day, Michael Jordan would have dropped 58, 60, and 5 on a team. Here's the deal, Jaden. LeBron just gonna have a great game. People
Mhm.
will say, well, Jordan would have got 60 on them. Magic would have
Yeah.
dropped double on them. Kobe would drop 81 on him. Like, at least we need to get over that mindset.
Mhm.
Right? It's annoying to see people bash on people. Even Jason Tatum, you know, it's his since he's been in the NBA, Jaden. He's been a winner. Despite how he plays,
Yeah.
he's been in the Eastern Conference Finals like 6 times in his career already. Six
Which is
times already.
crazy.
6 times, Jaden. I mean, he's won a chip too, but 6 times in his NBA career, it's been in a conference finals game. And I do agree with Channel Fighters a little bit. I agree with you as well because we need to appreciate athletes more today than we need kind of move. We kind of need to move on away from the past a little bit while comparing eras a little bit
Mhm.
because no one's Michael Jordan, nobody's Kobe Bryant, nobody's Shaq, nobody's Larry Bird, no one's Magic, no one's Kareem. There's
Mhm.
LeBron James, and that's how there's going to be.
Right.
But the biggest curse in the NBA is being compared to MJ. It's the biggest curse in the NBA, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure on you at 18 years old or 21 years old, as a matter of fact. I mean, Ant-Man hates being compared to MJ. He said it himself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not Jordan. That's a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah. And he said he didn't want to be the face of the NBA.
I mean, I think he wants to be face of the NBA. I think he is because he's on Sprite commercials.
Yeah.
He has a smile for it. He has a charisma for it,
Yeah. I just think that he doesn't want the.
to be bashed on.
I don't think he wants what comes with being the face of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even what LeBron said in his interview. He said that he doesn't blame him.
Yeah, and I blame Skip Bayless for that. I blame Skip. Skip, this is all Skip's fault, Jaden. Since Cold Pizza, since First Take,
Mhm.
Undisputed, now his freaking podcast.
Yeah.
I blame Skip Bayless for this. I didn't notice too, Jaden. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Michael Jordan used to call ESPN him literally call Wilbon.
Uh-huh.
Michael Wilbon saying, "Quit bashing on LeBron. Quit hating on the guy. He's young. He's learning the game still."
Mhm.
So I mean, I know it's part being the media because we're in media. I mean, whether or not no one sees it or not, we're on YouTube. We're literally media.
Mhm.
Anybody can see us. What we talk about. This is our platform. So I think I don't know, man. I don't blame Ant-Man for saying that at all because it's a curse, man. It's a curse. They saw Jordan do it, and now
Mhm.
they think that everybody can be perfect now.
Yeah.
Same with all sports. Same with the football. Same with the golf. I mean, people think Tiger Woods was a perfect golfer.
Yeah.
Now people compare him to Tiger, and that's the curse too. Look at Jordan Spieth. Like his first 5 years in the PGA Tour, he was winning like
Yeah.
crazy, and then look what happened now. He hasn't won at something since 2017.
Mhm.
So, anyways, do you want to add anything to that? Anything more to that?
Now,
All right. And Nick, we'll get your answer when you get healthy again next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Anyway, so March Madness is happening up. March Madness is happening pretty quickly. Right now brackets are open right now for March Madness. Right now we have first round so far. We have the mock up first round. It'll be Auburn, Illinois, Clemson, Tech, Ole Miss, St. John, St. Mary's, etc. And the East side you have Duke um, versus Creighton. Duke versus somebody. It depends who wins conference championships.
Mm-hmm.
But Jaden, who would you say right now will win it all in March Madness?
Oh man, it's tough to say. Um, there is.
Who's your final four? And then we get to how about your final four first? My bad.
Oh man, that's tough. My final four. You know, um, in honor of Nick, I got to put Tech in the final four.
Yep.
Can't count them out. Um, I think that Duke is going to be in the final four.
Yeah.
Um, maybe. I can see Oregon maybe being in the final four.
Okay.
Um, just depends on if they can clean it up a little bit. And then um, man, I don't know. I really have actually sat down and thought about my final four. Um, well, I'll just go BYU because why not?
Okay. And then out of those two, who do you have in the final, and who's gonna win it?
Again, in honor of Nick, I got to put Tech. In honor of Nick not being here, in honor of Nick being a Texas Tech alumni, I got to put Tech in there. I think I think I got them and Duke is my.
Okay.
That's who I think.
And winning?
Sorry, Nick, but if that's the case, I think I got Duke winning that game.
Yeah, I was about to say Victoria's Tech as well. Like that's for a drug test right now. But anyways, my final four. Well, I have my final four. Probably say Duke, Auburn, Tech's really good. I had put Tech in there,
Mm-hmm.
and Tennessee. Um, I have three, right? Three for me, or is that four?
You said Duke, Auburn, Tech, and Tennessee.
Four. Okay, cool. Um, so out of those two, I think Tennessee will upset Auburn.
Yeah,
The other thing will be Tennessee versus Duke, and I have Duke winning the whole thing.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean UConn fell off this year big time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were in a three-peat, but they fell off bad. I've been watching I watch college basketball. It's pretty cool to watch. A lot of intense too, and it's pretty cool to watch. But yeah, those out there in the comments, who do you have winning the Final Four? Who do you have winning it all? And don't be Nick Rankin and be Bosch versus Tech all the time because sometimes I'm like, dude, come on. But Nick, sorry man, I didn't have Tech winning it in the one of those games at all. And no disrespect to Tech, but I just think Duke's better than them in Tennessee and Auburn. But Yeah, at least I have my final four. That's it.
Yeah.
That's pick. But anyways, we have some other things talking about as well. WWE's next. So, Jay, I don't know if you saw this on TikTok or social media. So, um, I kind of watched it on Peacock a little bit, and I'm a big John Cena fan and The Rock fan as well. John Cena turned heel. So I don't know if you saw what happened, but unfortunately, Cody Rhodes came out, The Rock came out, Cena beat CM Punk in for Elimination Chamber. So now he's gonna be in the main event in WrestleMania. If you saw what happened, John Cena gave him a hug, and then bam, the Rock literally did this to him, and then things happened.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that first?
Yeah, I saw a little bit here and there on social media and watched the whole thing. But I mean, I think that's crazy, bro. For I mean, you say what you want. I still think that WWE scripted. So, um, I think that all this was just a big play to get everybody's attention and get everybody excited. But you know, that's just my personal thoughts on WWE. If you say otherwise, like Trey does, then let us know why. But
Let me know why you think it's fake and why it's real, guys. Just tell me what you think.
yeah,
I think it's real because I don't believe a real competitor will do that. But you know what?
I will say before you give your input, I think that they did a side by side picture of John Cena when like he was in his prime versus now, and he still looks like in really good shape.
Yeah,
I was actually shocked when I saw the picture for him to be
yeah,
his age, and he's still in really good shape.
yeah. My thought about it was this. I thought it was insane. I never would have thought in my life The Rock would team up with John Cena. Because I know two WrestleManias they fought, they went against each other, and they kind of won each other. But it was crazy to see, really crazy to see. And let's see what happens in WrestleMania. So, kind of relate to that subject. How does this relate to other sports? Like, how, what stories has happened in sports history where this things happen like this, like about an NBA, PGA Tour, NFL, baseball? Like, how does this relate to other sports?
Um,
Turn heel. Basically, betray.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I have three. The first one, Juan Soto going to Mets. I can't believe the Yankees let him. The Yankees didn't sign him. Number two, KD going to Golden State. That betrayed the
Yeah,
NBA. Because we all knew that they were going to win it all that year. I mean, as a LeBron fan, Cavs fan at the time, there's no way I had Cavs winning that game. My
Mhm.
heart did, but my mom like, there's no way this team is beating Golden State. There's no way. So I have that one too, and then I probably say Skip going to FS1, competing against Stephen A in the mornings
yeah,
because at the time, because here in Amarillo, first take in Undisputed started at 9 o'clock in the morning to about 11 first take, 11:30 Undisputed. So that was shocking to me because I never would have thought they were broken up, and Jimmy Pitaro kind of like saw Stephen A more of as a big asset to ESPN than Skip.
hmm
But I think that was a crazy thing that Skip literally left ESPN to be with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
It was a good show while it lasted, but eventually a fallout happened. So that is crazy to me that this happened. That happened. So yeah, that's my three.
Um, I don't know. I think mine are kind of the same as yours. Um, I know there's a lot out there, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. But
I think another
I,
one too is probably Luka going to LA.
yeah,
Yeah, recently that happened. It's kind of like Jordan teaming up with the Pistons when they beat when the Pistons beat them in 1990 and 89 and 88. So kind of like something like that would have happened, or even in the NBA with Kobe Bryant going to the Celtics. You know,
yeah.
but yeah, that was wild, man. Um, it's real. But anyway, so
Well, actually, I do got one.
okay, what is it? Which one?
I think that one in the NFL is uh, the whole Deflategate conspiracy.
No, I'm gonna go to that real quick. I gotta go to that. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna complain about that for a second. So, I'm watching the Dynasty documentary on Apple TV. Good documentary, by the way. I recommend it to anybody out there. Watch the documentary. Um, so Tom Brady, unfortunately, when you win, they want to go after you. They wanna they want to go. They want to go after you when you win, no matter what. That's just in America. When we go out top, people will come after you. Look at the president right now. Look at actors and celebrities that happen. Look at people in media. When you win, they want to go after you so bad. So Tom Brady and the Patriots have owned the Colts for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
With Peyton Manning there, Andrew Luck too. So believe it or not, Roger Goodell might be the stupidest commissioner ever in that scenario. In April 2016, to what it says. Tom Brady 4-game suspension for the Deflategate scandal was appealed by the United States Court of Appeal for the Second Circuit. Decision was overturned. He was not guilty, and they found the suspension unfair. So that Deflategate stuff makes me so mad, and I'll never say Tom Brady cheated. And that's what. And here's the deal: they own the Colts. They own Indianapolis a big time with Tom Brady against the Colts all the time. They owned them. They've owned the Colts no matter what happens. So you know why people did that? You know why Roger Goodell did that?
Fine.
Because because his ego got so big. Like, you know what? I'm gonna show you that you're not the NFL no more. I'm bigger. You're not bigger than the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's so stupid. I can't believe it. Judge Roberts, the one that does the what's it called? One of the respective judges in Supreme Court
Uh-huh.
ever said it was unfair. He said it was stupid. So it was really and not guilty pleasure thing that happened in the NFL. Now let's go to Spygate for a second, real quick, Jaden. I gotta go to Spygate for a second.
Yeah, you're good.
So Spygate, I don't know, Jaden, know what Spygate even is? Spygate.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
So for those out there who don't know what Spygate is, in 2007, the Patriots went undefeated that year. They lost to the Giants to the Super Bowl that year, 17-10. It was a 17-14. It was a weird game.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive battle game, and it was crazy how the Patriots lost. And I mean, freaking, they can't sack Eli Manning now. Like, what in the world? But you know what? It is what it is. It happens. So before Spygate happened, That game, it was the first game of the season. It was Jets versus Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Moss makes his debut as a New England Patriot. Tom Brady and Randy Moss are clicking on the get go. Jaden, they beat this team by 40 points. It was
Yeah.
50. It was 56-7. It was a beatdown, like a beatdown. So next thing you know, the guy that coached the Jets at the time worked with Belichick. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
worked with the Patriots organization overall. Part of the coaching staff, part of the recruiting stuff like that. So turns out the coach said, watch the Patriots. They're gonna look at your signals. And but you know what's crazy, Jaden?
Mm.
Everyone was doing it before the Patriots were doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody complained.
Yeah.
So it's the stupidest thing ever. They hate winning, bro. They hate winners, so that's what they do. But that's a
Mm-hmm.
good one. By the way. That's a good one though. The fight gets a good one. I disagree with the game suspension, and it was freaking blasphemy. It was bull jive. And next thing you know, the next year, you know what happened the next year, Jaden? They
What?
won it all. For this point, Tom Brady came back with vengeance that year.
Yeah.
That's a good one though. That's a really good one. I think another one too is live in PGA
Yeah.
because
That is
Bryson
a good one.
DeChambeau, Bryson DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka
All those people.
moved to live. So speaking of live in PGA, it's just on the format, but I want to get your thoughts on this. So there's some talks about Brooks and Bryson leaving live to PG back to the PGA tour.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that Liv doesn't want to resign his contract. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that's
And by the way, the contract is worth $285 million. By the way, he lost
yeah.
all that money basically. So, what are your thoughts on him going back to the PGA Tour?
You know, I think that in a way, I think he kind of misses the PGA.
Yeah,
I think that I think that he wants to come back to the PGA and leave live. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I think that I would want to come back to the PGA too.
yeah,
Um, I mean, the different amount of you know attraction and attention that live gets or that the PGA gets versus live. I think that the PGA gets a lot more attraction than live does.
yeah,
Um, and I think it's hard to play when you're not getting obviously when it comes to golf, golf's a really personal and like
yeah,
personal sport. But you know, if you're playing professionally and you don't have the fans to back you up and you're not getting the attention, sometimes it makes it hard to play and it makes it, you know, at least for them, sometimes not having support it's hard to play like that. So I don't know. I think it's good. Um, I'll be happy to see them back on the PGA Tour. Kind
yeah,
of miss seeing them on the PGA Tour a little bit, so I think it'll be exciting to watch.
yeah. I agree with you. I think that I watched Live recently. It's so confusing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a big old scorecard on the left side. It's so weird. And not only that, it's like a 54 hole. Now it's 36 hole format. I don't know if you knew that now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they play 2 rounds and then they're done. That's basically what it is. I think it's stupid. Um, I think Bryson misses it. So is Brooks because you have to want to compete. And the PGA Tour ratings are high. They're so high.
Yeah.
I mean, people are taking the PGA Tour side. Maybe a couple years ago, it was probably Live side,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but now it's PGA Tour, man. And now that you have negotiations right now, fixing to get fixed with the Live and PGA turn merge. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it'll happen sooner than later. You may see all them back on tour again, maybe on,
Yeah.
but I agree with you big time. It's insane to me that Live is losing people because of their stupidity. Apparently, if you're a YouTuber or if you're trying to win, they would kick you off the team basically. So that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I agree with you a lot. Missing Bryson play against Roy and the big boys
Yeah.
because I think that right now I think that's Bryson. I think Bryson's better than Scotty Scheffler now. I just think he surpassed him. I
Yeah.
think this whole change on his whole swing change on YouTube. I mean, it shows a lot how
Hmm.
good Bryson really is now.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this week special event going on in PGA Tour. Arnold Palmer Invitational coming up this week. Who do you think will win, Jaden?
Um, I really think it'd be cool to see. Um, I think that I want to see Rory win this one personally.
He's won it
Um,
before. He's won it before.
he has won before, but also not only him. I think. I mean, it comes back to what we talked about last week. Um, I really want Scotty to win this one, though.
Yeah.
I
And
think.
let me see if he's playing because I see. Or no, so this is who he's playing right now. So it's Ludwig Auberg, Byung Han. I don't know say his name. Daniel Berger, Christian Benzohot. I don't know say his name either. Akshay, Keegan Bradley, Jacob Bridgman, Sam Burns, Brian Campbell, Raphael Campos, Patrick Kentley, Wyndham Clark, Eric Cole, Corey Connors, Cam Davis, Jason Day, Thomas Dietrich, Nick Dunlap, Austin Eckroak, Harris English, Tony Finau, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Tommy Fleetwood. Let's see his car he's playing. Let's see what his car he's playing real quick. Yeah, Rory's playing. Collins
He's not.
playing.
He's not playing. I might cry.
Schefter, Scar's playing too. Yeah, he's playing. Scar Schefter's
Oh,
playing.
okay, good.
Yeah, about he's to win something, man. He's been MIA.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good squad coming up.
Yeah.
I think Cam Davis, man, he's coming too. Watch out for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one guy, what's that one guy's name that has the smoothest swing I've seen in my entire life? Jake something. He won last week.
So,
Jake something. I don't know his name. I don't think I see that guy's name on the board. But anyways, I think I have me personally. Tony Finau isn't winning one big time because I kind of tired of him seeing him make excuses all the time, and he needs to win something, man. I haven't seen that guy win anything in a
yeah.
long time. So Tony Finau, you better win this tournament, brother. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I have.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's in Bay Hill Invitational. That's gonna be in Orlando, Florida, Palm Beach. But anyways, you want to add anything to that?
No.
All right. So next week, it's a players championship. People are saying that Tiger Woods might play that one. Do you think Tiger will play the players or no?
I don't think so.
I think so.
No, I think that if he was gonna play, he would have made the decision already. But I don't know. He might come out of nowhere and start playing. So
Yeah. I think he should play. I think he should play because I think that will actually help him help him with the Masters.
mm-hmm.
Same time though, he's in TGL too, so I think I get it. Um, he looks better. He's walking a lot better. He's kind of slimmed down a lot.
Yeah.
I think with all that muscle he had on him was kind of hurting him a little bit because he had a lot of muscle on him from that car accident, and he had to put up a lot of muscle on him. So
Yeah,
that's
he did.
Yeah, so I hope he plays, but if not, I think JT will win that one again. Um, Speaking of TGL, today was the last day of the regular season. Playoffs are coming up. So, who do you have winning the TGL league this season, and how successful do you think it was this year?
To start off, I think it was really successful. Um,
It was.
it definitely drew a lot of attraction, and it was it was different, but I think I think it was it was something that golf needed. It needed something new to kind of get that attention back again. Because a lot of people, what I think, when it for people, um, when you think of golf, people get bored watching golf, and they get tired watching golf. So I think with the TGO though, I think that it brought a different atmosphere, like, to a golf game, because
Yeah,
it wasn't the you know being serious all the time, and you know staying quiet, and just watching the game. I mean, they had fans in the stands, and you know I think that I think it was cool to I enjoyed I've enjoyed watching it. I think it's been really cool. Um
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think
yeah.
for me, I can watch golf all day. I don't get tired watching golf,
Mhm.
so I can watch all 4 rounds easily, and I'm used to it now. So
Yeah.
I think it was successful overall this year. Um, I think it's great seeing Tiger Woods back on the golf on TV again and playing golf because it makes it more attractive to the sport.
Yeah.
Here's the deal: I don't think he'll ever play in senior tour. I don't see it happening, and because he's the PGA Tour overall, and the PGA Tour really needs him big time. So
Yeah.
I think TGL has been successful all year, and seeing even his son Charlie too in the stands and seeing the format. Next year we'll have to go to one, Jaden. I mean, you and Nick
Yeah.
have to see one.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, it's in SoFi. So so this
Yeah.
was successful all year, man. Tiger and Roy did a really good job with this.
Yeah.
You never
I
know.
agree.
We may see this in Amarillo, Lubbock. You may see this. You might see an event like this happen.
Yeah. Um
You already see similar stuff going on, but it's been successful.
yeah. As far as who I have winning, um I think I got Los Angeles winning.
Yeah,
They um I mean, they've played. I mean, I feel like they've been playing pretty good all season long. Um,
yeah, I agree with you.
so I got LA, Los Angeles Golf Club. Got them winning it. What about you?
I'm gonna be biased here. I'm gonna be biased here, Jaden. I'm going for Jupiter Lynx to win it.
Oh my.
I know they're 1-3 right now, but you know what? I think they make a comeback. I think
Okay.
they can. I mean, but you know what? LA wins it. That's great, but they might win it. But I have TGO winning it, and because I can't root against Tiger Woods. I just can't do it. I'll never do it. Can't do it, man. I just can't.
Yeah.
You understand, right? You understand why?
Cause Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he's my favorite athlete of all time. Him and he's my favorite athlete. So
Yeah. No, I get that.
yeah. So now back to football. We haven't talked football in a long time since after the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
Travis Hunter said that he on the I know right now is a combine going on in the NFL,
Hmm.
getting ready for the draft. Unfortunately, I think people need to stop crying about the draft combine, about them not playing. They can do what they want to do. They have tape,
Yeah.
so shut up, guys out there. So Travis Hunter is there, said, and reporter asked him about his two way comparison with Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, um, and Shohei Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis Hunter said that he's a better athlete than Shohei Ohtani. Do you agree with him or disagree with him, Jaden?
No, I disagree. Um, I just think I don't know. I just feel like there's me personally. I feel like there's just a little bias coming from him,
Yeah,
and I think that you know either that or he's just rage baiting. So
yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, no, I think that I don't think that he's a better athlete.
yeah. I agree with you. Um, here's the deal. I've been watching baseball for a little bit now because I've been covering baseball and for AC, even watching it now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool sport to watch. I want to learn about baseball more. I know Jaden knows more than me because he played it and he's been watching it his whole life. So, but as far as I know hitting the baseball is really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jaden.
Yeah.
Especially at 90 mile per hour coming after you, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get hit, and people are gonna just hit it and swings for the fences. So, Travis Hunter, I respect you a lot, but you lost your freaking mind comparing yourself to Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is considered the modern day Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
literally. This guy and Shohei Ohtani has had two MVPs. He's had a 50-50 season this past season. He won a World Series championship. In my opinion, I watched Barry Bonds, Pete Rose, um, Sammy Sosa, Derek Jeter. He's the best talent I've ever seen in my life in baseball. So I don't know if you agree with that, Jaden, because I know you know more than me. I don't know. You probably would. You probably know more than me about athletes in baseball. So as far as I've seen in my eyes, I think he's the best talent I've ever seen in baseball. And
Yeah,
Travis
for sure.
freaking drunk. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, so anyways, Debo Samuels today got traded to the Commanders. Is this team legit next season?
No,
For
I'm
real?
sorry. I or the Commanders, I think so, but I don't think necessarily adding Debo. You know, I just Debo's good. He kind of fell off a little bit last season.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. Maybe adding a new team or adding him to a new team will change the way that he plays the game. But I think that because the Commanders played great last season, they did play good, but I don't think adding Debo will increase their chances that much more. Um, unless Debo just has an entirely different season than I saw him play last year.
Yeah, I get your argument, but I gotta disagree with you just a little bit because I think with Brock Purdy, he showed a lot that he wasn't elite at all this year, and I blame it on him a
Yeah,
little bit. So I think the Commanders won this trade a lot. I think Jaden Daniels is a stud, and he has used an assistant quarterback at all. He ain't like Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold. So
yeah,
I think he's really. I don't know. I hope I'm right, but I get your point. And the Cowboys need to learn from something like this because they suck. But yeah, that's about it. You want to add anything else to it?
No, that's about all I got to add.
All right, well that's it. But that's it for the Playbook podcast. Comment, subscribe, put that notification bell on there. Support us. I know subscribers. If y'all want new ones, come on. If you all have subscribed that are new, make sure you share the link to people and support us while you can. You never know. We may have you on the podcast one day, and maybe you can debate us between anything you want. So, I'm your host Trey. This is my other host Jaden. Nick, hope you feel better. And yeah, and hit the all things you gotta do. And subscribe. Again, subscribe, notify, and ring that bell and that notification feed. And we'll see you next week on the podcast.